Road to 2965 puzzles. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat. Here we go. White to move. The puzzles are getting mighty hard. So let's look at the forcing lines first. Check. He's got one move. And then this is mate. So that seems to be it. Check. Check. Then check. And that's it. I'm going to play it because I don't see how it's not it. Whoa! Oh my God. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? There's no point to rush. Why didn't I verify? Why didn't I verify? Somehow I only lost 3 points. I deserve to lose like 20 points on that. I guess because I got the first few moves right. So they were lenient on me, but whoops. Oh, it's going to make me do it again. I guess I take with the bishop, and then this is mate here. Oh man, yeah, it's just shame on me. If I had spent 10 seconds more, or 10 to 15 seconds more in the puzzle, I wouldn't have done that. Oh my God. That was shameful. Okay, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to minimize chat. That was embarrassing. So don't I just win a rook here? Right? Well, maybe not, because he might just move the king first. But I mean, if he doesn't move the king first, I think I just win a rook. And I don't think he has any play after that. Well, my voice just got really low. But I mean, I can run. And then I've got g3. Oh, wait, sorry. I mean, he can't even do that because I'm covering the e file. I mean, I'm very suspicious now because... But yeah, I would just grab it. He can give me a check. I go to king h2. And that's all she wrote. So therefore, if I give a check, he would have to go to king h7. And then I can pick up the rook this way. I think that's the answer. Check, king h7, queen e4. He does anything. Wait, it might not be so simple, because what if he plays queen g6? Yeah, because if he goes queen g6, and then I take on a8, and then he takes my queen, I take, and then he takes that. So yeah, we have to be a little bit more accurate than that. So maybe I go, could I go here first? Could that be possible? it's possible it's queen d4 first, but I just want to look at this one more time. Because it's so close to working. Yeah, so why can't I just take his rook here on a8? Maybe I do it this way. Check. And we've already established you can't take here because of because I just take on a6. Sorry, I mean because I take here, check, and then I take on a6. And so if it goes to king h7, then I take on a8. You know, he has to take back because there's nothing else for him to do. And then I give a check, and that has to be it. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Had to be careful. Okay, so +5 made up for that other one. And that's a new personal best on puzzles. 2965. So I'm going to update the stream title and shoot for 2970 now. That's the new goal, I think. So here we go, minimizing chat. Okay, black to move. So we're down the exchange, it looks like, for a pawn. Well, let's look at a check. It might be between one of these moves. So let's look at this check. First, if he brings his king up, he might be fine. I would give him another check. And then I don't know, he seems fine there. Would this somehow be any different on this square? I don't see how. I just realized I can give a check here. I just realized that. So that's the difference. If I go on h4, I can take on e4. So check, check, mate. That's the answer. It's that simple. Why are they giving me easy ones? Yeah, so check. He can't block with the rook because it's mate. He has to bring the king up, and then this is just mate. I know I can verify, but I mean that's just the answer. There's no point. Okay, opening up chat. Yeah, they're throwing some easy ones at me, like very weird. This puzzle's rated 2690. I don't know why that's the case. Like they've given me some really hard ones before. They give me some really hard ones before, and then they're throwing out some of the easiest ones I've done. I don't know. Yeah, this theme was a mate and two. I mean, I don't know. I'll take it though. I'll take it. New personal best 2970, but very suspicious. I mean, they've given me, yeah, I don't know why they're giving me some really easy ones. Very strange. So I'm going to update the stream title. Road to 2975. I almost want to do one more just because those were kind of freebies. They gave me some freebies. Okay, I promise the next one's going to be the last one. I promise. I promise. It's just that those don't, those were So we're ready for a hard one now. So white to move. We're up a knight and 3 pawns, 4 pawns, something like that. 3 pawns. So we're up a knight and 3 pawns. We're almost checkmated though. So if we move the king, one benefit of that is that we're threatening mate in a couple moves. Well, maybe not. Yeah, no, we are. So I like this idea. In fact, I mean, that just looks winning. Because what can he do about king g6? That definitely looks good to me. Because this is my strat. So maybe he goes here to defend against h3. So if I go king g6, say queen g2. Yeah, and I guess that is the trick. But then can I just be patient here? And then go queen g4. I guess he could take on h2, which might slow me down. I know that there is also, I mean, I could just block, that's the other move, and I can also block with the queen. But this, I really want to look at king g. I want to make this work. So I think, yeah, I think queen g2 is his only defense. Like if he tries to make some weird random move here, I mean, I'm just going to give, actually he could also go here, which would be interesting. Maybe he could go here. Cause then he could go bishop h6. Maybe this isn't going to work. Yeah, he could take here. Maybe I could take with the bishop. Oh wait, what? I already forgot what I was looking at. This, right? Yeah, sorry. No, this would fail, I think, to queen h3. And then mate. Yeah, so this is definitely out. G4 is definitely out because of queen h3. And then queen h7 mate. And I don't want to block with the queen, I don't think. I mean, maybe. I mean, he can't take because I'm just up a piece. So, I mean, maybe queen g4 could be on the table. But he does grab my bishop. Yeah, he does grab my bishop, and that doesn't look so great. So I think my instincts were correct about going here. So yeah, so I mean, again, if I go queen g4, I think he just takes on e3. And I don't really like my follow-ups. So king g6. And again, if he goes, oh wait, what did I not like? Oh, I thought maybe something weird like bishop g5 was annoying because he's threatening rook f6 amongst, well, mainly rook f6 is the main threat. So king g6, bishop f5. Then what? King. So let me get rid of the arrows. King g6, bishop g5. King g6, bishop g5. I do have a check on h3, but then my fear is, oh, but then I can sack my queen. So I can go king g6, if bishop g5, queen h3, check. And if bishop h6, I can go queen takes h6 check. And then after g takes h6, I have bishop d4 check. But I don't know if is it that simple? Bishop g4 check. Okay, let's look at it again. So king g6, bishop g5, queen h3, bishop h6, queen takes h6, g takes h6, and then bishop d4 check. But then and then king g8. I get a windmill, but I don't know if that's good enough. So king g8, and then rook takes g7 check, and then king h8. And then we made him with the rook here. So that's one, that line works. That's kind of nice. So boom, bang, boom, bang, boom, bang, check. If he goes king g8, then we go check, boom, check, boom, mate. So then we have to look at another defending line, which is king g6, bishop g5, same thing. So queen h3. Oh wait, did I want to go this far? Queen h3, and he blocks. Yeah, check, boom. Wait, sorry. Let me slow down. So let me do it without arrows. King g6, bishop g5, queen h3. He has to go bishop h6 in that case. Queen takes h6, g takes h6. Yeah, and then, oh yeah, so from that tabia, after bishop takes h6, and then bishop d4 check, he can go like rook takes, rook or queen takes f6. I'm tired. I'm so slow with my coordinates. Let's say rook takes f6, and then bishop takes f6. And then at that point, he can go king g8. And then that's an interesting line. So again, king g6, bishop f5, queen h3, bishop h6, queen takes h6, g takes h6, and then bishop d4 check, and then rook f6 check, and bishop takes f6 check, and king g8, so then I go rook takes g8 check. If he goes to the corner, then I get that mate again in the corner. And if he goes to king f8, then I go rook. Oh wait, can I not do that? If he goes king, no wait. So okay, let me return to that tabia where I go bishop h6. Wait, no, sorry. After where he goes g takes h6, and then I go bishop d4 check, and then he goes king g8. Oh, let me start over again. Losing it. So king g6, bishop g5, queen h3, bishop h6, queen takes h6, g takes h6, bishop d4 check, king g8, rook takes g. No, what? After queen takes h6, g takes h6, bishop d4 check. Yeah, and then here he goes rook f6, And then I go bishop takes f6. And then he goes king g8. And then I go rook takes g7 check, and then king. Yeah, okay, so I was right. And then if he goes king f8, then I go rook f7. No, I can't do rook f7 because he just takes it with his queen. So yeah, so if he goes king f8, that's where I have a problem. Oh, wait a second. If he goes rook f6, I mean, it is check, right? So I do have to take it. Yeah, so bishop takes f6 check, and then king g8. Rook takes g7, and then king f8. Oh, wait. No, wait, my bishop is on f6 in that line, right? So if he goes king f8, I can then go rook f. Ooh, that's, I don't know. Yeah, so if he goes king f8. And then I go rook f7 check. What if he goes back to king g8? So that makes me very worried. Yeah, that makes me worried. Everything else works though. So I'm so close. Yeah. King g6. By the way, I didn't end. I only was looking at bishop g5. I didn't have an answer for queen g2 yet. Didn't even look at queen g2 yet, or didn't solve it for queen g2. Yeah. So let's look at let's solve for queen g2 now as well. I didn't finish solving the other line, but just to give my brain a break. King g6, queen g2. That's the very first line I looked at. I was thinking queen g4. But then he goes queen takes h2. But I guess if he did do that, then I could just force a trade of queens. Then I can just go queen h5 and trade queens, and then I'm I'm up at night. So, okay, so yeah, I'll just trade queens if he does that. So if I go king g6 and he goes queen g2, I think I can just go queen g4. Well, could he still hide there? Could he just go to like, then he goes king g8? No, sorry, he can't. Well, he might. King g6, queen g2, queen g4. Actually, he's got a check there too. Wait, sorry. No, he doesn't. Yeah, so after queen g4, if he goes king g8, no, he can't afford to do that. No, maybe he can. So yeah, so if I go king g6, queen g2, king g8. I don't know about that. There's so much to calculate, yeah. Yeah, king g6, queen g2, queen g4, king g8. I guess I don't know, honestly. King g6, queen g2, king g8. Maybe it isn't queen g4. Queen g6, queen g2. Maybe it's queen f4, queen f5. It might be queen f5. So king g6, king g8, queen f5 with threatening queen h5. That might be it. King g6. So king g6, if queen g2, then queen f5. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. Well, wait. Yeah. Because then if he takes on h2, then I just go queen h5. Yeah. Okay. So I've dealt with g2, queen g2. So now we go back to the hard line, which is one particular variation of that line, which is king g6, bishop bishop g5, queen h3, bishop h6, queen takes h6, g takes h6, bishop d4 check, and then rook f6, and bishop takes f6 check, and then king f8 after all of that. Oh, wait a second. Okay, yeah, so king f8, and then if I go then rook f8, rook f7 check, and he'll go to either e8 or g8. But yeah, see, that's, I don't know how to follow up on that. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe if, maybe bishop g5, I just take it. Was I totally overthinking that? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So king g6, maybe if bishop g5, I don't sack my queen. I just take it with the bishop. And then I'm covering this check here. But so I'm going to start with this because it has to be that. So he doesn't go to g5, and I think I just overlooked that I could have just taken the bishop. Yeah, because of that other line, which was interesting, I didn't know what to do after king f8. So anyways, he played bishop h, bishop takes, no, bishop h4. Which is interesting. It is interesting. I wasn't prepared for that. I wonder if I can go rook takes g7. Maybe not, because then there's rook f6 check. Okay, so now we have a whole new thing to calculate. Possibly, no, I mean, this is all the problem. I mean, if I do something like bishop f4, this is, I mean, this is a real threat. So this is a problem. I guess I have rook f7. We have to stop rook f6 somehow. So yeah, maybe rook f7. And if he takes, queen takes, and hopefully we don't, I mean, I guess he could take here. So it's not so simple. I mean, I would be winning at the end of that, but I mean, I can't allow that. We can't allow that. No, maybe I block it with my bishop. Maybe bishop d4. But this is, I don't know. That's a weird ass move, eh? Bishop h4. So yeah, bishop d4. I don't want to. I did so much calculating on this. I don't want to do it anymore. Okay, but what if he goes to d3, queen d3? Oh, excuse me. I mean, I maybe I can run, but that, I don't know. That's iffy. I would like to look for something better. Now let's look at this again. What was my problem with this? Oh yeah, that he simply takes. Yeah, so rook f7. It's also possible he does something else, but then, no, this shouldn't work for him. Yeah, I think he would take. That would be my biggest worry. So yeah, so he takes, and I mean, I guess I take back. If he gives me a check, am I mated there? I'll be mated. Ouch. Yeah, so if rook f7, rook takes f7, doesn't look so good because queen takes 7, and then I'm mated after queen g4, mate in 2. So I don't think I can play rook f7 because if he takes, I don't have anything else. What a hard puzzle. I mean, we got to deal with this somehow. Maybe I do have to block it with it. I mean, with the bishop. I could do it 2 different ways. So I think it's got to be one of these bishop moves. So if I go bishop, I mean, it's possible I'm missing something else, some other resource too, but I'm starting to get a little bit tired of this puzzle. But so let's try to find out which of these 2 moves it is. So it's bishop g5, and he gives me a check. I just hope I don't get, I hope I'm not getting mated there, but I can take, and if he takes with the bishop, then I have check. So I kind of like this. If he takes my bishop, well, that's actually kind of worrying if he goes bishop takes, because, yeah, that's scary. I mean, if I go queen h3 check, then he gets this again. Yeah, so I don't like that. Yeah, check, and he gets bishop h6. I don't like that. So maybe it's bishop d4. It might be bishop d4. Yeah, and then if he attacks my queen, then we get this mate. Yeah, and if he gives us a check, yeah, we take. And if bishop takes, then we have this. So it's bishop d4. Yeah, so he gives me a check. The puzzle goes on. This is such a crazy ass puzzle. So the puzzle's not done. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Well, we need to move the king because otherwise, I mean, he's just going to take my queen for nothing. And we have 1 legal move, so I guess we play it. But I'm going to think just a few seconds longer. But I mean, it's got to be. I mean, I'm just surprised he doesn't have a good, like, he doesn't have like this check. I can survive, but I mean, I have to move the king, unless I'm so tired. But I mean, we have to go here, and then yeah, I think we can run. Wow. Okay, I got it. I'm opening up chat. Holy moly, that was tough. That was a very hard puzzle. I got it though. It took me half an hour. 30 minutes. New personal best 29.75. Let me update the stream title. Wait, Yeah, to 2980. That was a very tough one. Oh boy, that was a workout. So let me show you those other lines that I was looking at. So yeah, so here. Okay, so if he had played Queen G2, I guess there were multiple moves. I guess there's also Rook D2 here and Rook D5. But yeah, Queen F5 is what I ultimately decided on. For a long time, I was thinking Queen G4, which is still winning, I guess. But I wasn't sure after... there's something I wasn't sure about. I forget what it was, though. What was... I forget what it was. I think I was saying ghosts or something, because if he takes here, I still just get to trade the queens. But I ultimately decided on Queen F5. So I took care of that, and then but the line that took me so long to calculate was King G6 and then Bishop G5. I looked at for a very long time. And what I was looking at was to sack the queen. I was going to go here, which is winning, but the end result wasn't so clear. So I was looking at this, and then after takes, I was looking at... Sorry, it's my turn. I was looking at Rook F6 check, and this is still winning, but I didn't know what we're doing after this. So it gives it a +4, but I didn't know, like, how do we... Oh, there is Bishop E7. So Rook F7 probably just gives us a chance to repeat. If he goes this way, and then it wants to bring the knight out. That's surprising that we can survive, like that the queen can't do anything. So that's surprising by itself. I also could have given this bishop check. And I guess, yeah, I guess this is winning. It's still surprising to me, though. I mean, you'd think the queen could get like a draw or something. Yeah, so that's what I was unclear about, that the Rook F6. If he doesn't play Rook F6, then he's just losing because I calculated this mate. So I looked at that. That was the first thing. But then I looked at it again, and then I realized if he plays bishop, if he plays bishop G5, I can actually just take the bishop. And it took me about 20 minutes. 20 or maybe about 25 minutes to realize that I could just take the bishop. Because we're covering this square. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, but that was a really tough puzzle. But I calculated every line, which is good. It took me a long time, but I figured it out.